Hey guys, it's Han, and today I have an unboxing of the Tamiya Terra Scorcher 4-wheel drive off-road buggy. This is a based on like the Fire Dragon line, I believe, like tub chassis based like 4-wheel drive buggies from Tamiya. Originally, I believe they came out in the 80s. This Terra Scorcher edition, um, they re-released in 2020 as like a limited edition run. And I managed to find one on A-Main Hobbies. And honestly, it wasn't really a vehicle that I really even knew existed, like knew about. And even when I first saw it, I wasn't a huge fan of it because it does have that kind of jet fighter forward cab kind of style of body, which I'm not personally a huge fan of. But the more I looked at it, and the color scheme and the whole look just kind of, I don't know, something kind of clicked, and I decided I wanted to check out this buggy. The price of it was also not terrible. If you can find it for the minimum manufacturer pricing, that like A-Main Hobbies, I don't think Tower Hobbies has it anymore, but um, it's around $189. So pretty decent price for a four-wheel drive buggy, especially like a limited edition like this. So it should be pretty interesting. So um, let's get this thing opened up and see how it comes. I actually know very little about this buggy, so I'm actually pretty excited about it. The overall box art I think looks pretty fantastic. It has the driver. It's actually drawn like a lot of the older Tamiya kits are, so that's really cool. You can tell that this is the re-release because none of the sponsors are real, and it does say 2020 on the corner here, so it does differentiate itself a little bit. Terra Scorcher, I think, is also a pretty cool name. Actually, I initially found out about this buggy, found out about this buggy through the TTO2B Neo Scorcher, because it's called the Neo Scorcher, so I had to assume that it's a new version of some other buggy. And I kind of looked back into it, and the TTO2B Neo Scorcher is actually a revised and like a modernized version of the Terra Scorcher. You can kind of tell from the design of that body as well as the color scheme that they went with that it is in fact the it's supposed to be a new version of the Terra Scorcher. But let's check out this buggy and see what it has in it. We can see the standard box art here, suspension, more box art. I'm sorry if it's a little dim. Usually I have a little light coming in from this side, the right side through my window, but I am filming in the dark right now, so I am gonna try to figure out some way to get the lighting better in this room, but for now, I hope you can deal with it. I love these like little like technical drawings here, like under the body kind of drawings in here. That looks really cool. But yeah, this one did come fully wrapped in plastic, so hopefully that means all that sweet smell of a new RC kit is nice and preserved in there. Get a nice little sniff from it. So get this thing opened up. It's honestly really addicting, opening up new kits like this. Just the overall experience, seeing the box art, smelling the tires and the plastics for the first time. It's pretty fantastic in my opinion. So get this thing opened up here. And you can see it's pretty cool. They have it set up kind of like the old ones. It's not kind of, I believe, from what little I've researched about it, the original one used to come with all the parts in blister packs, but in the new re-release, they just have it like this. They have the nice insert here, the little nice box, excuse me, with all the metal bits and stuff. So that's pretty cool. It does have a cool little dust cover with a driver body molded into it, so that's pretty neat. The spoiler, the actual main body here. So pretty lightweight body, pretty thin, so I don't expect this body to last super long as like a basher body. Not that you would really bash this car anyway, but you know. Here's that tub chassis. The battery mounts in from the side here, kind of like a CC01, so that's pretty interesting. Also, a pretty decent motor weight distribution setup, I think, too, for the buggy. It comes with these wheels, nice little white wheels. I've seen people put on the original Avante wheels on this buggy, so I don't know if it has. Yeah, so I don't know if the Avante is like this, but it does have like a proprietary wheel design, so you're not gonna be able to use regular hex wheels and tires with this without an adapter. So that is something to keep in mind. I believe that these tires that are in here are the same wheels and tires that were on the Avante, the original one. And wow, actually, they are fairly sticky. Even with the mold release compound on it, they're already fairly sticky. So I have pretty high hopes for these tires, actually. They are pin spikes, so if you run it on any hard surface, they will wear down pretty quickly. So that is something to keep in mind. But yeah, actually, I'm quite surprised about these tires. I actually really like these. So we'll see how those perform. All your standard like plastic bits here. Looks like the gearbox parts. It's like shock towers. Huge front bumper. For once, I don't really think this front bumper looks too terrible. It has a nice like design, nice smooth design to it, kind of like a skid plate. And it's fairly thin. It's large, but it's fairly thin, so it doesn't really get in the way of the aesthetics too much. So, pretty cool. Here are the can't speak for some reason. Here are those wheel adapters. So little triangular adapters going on there. The blue signature blue A-arms, as well as looks like some other chassis bits, battery stops and stuff. And then in this box we got, what do we got in here? We got all the gears, the yellow shocks, some of the other like knuckles, all the metal bits. This does include CVA shocks and full ball bearings, so that is going to be pretty cool. I won't really dig into this box super hard right now, because it's just going to be like screws and stuff. The ESC that it comes with, this, I believe, the Terra Scorcher, I believe, is now discontinued. The limited run, I believe, is over. So whatever you can find online is whatever stock that is left over. And you can kind of tell because this does come with the TBLEO4S, I believe, the updated speed control. And this was a very short-lived speed control to be included because it does seem like Tamiya is moving on to the hobby wing ESCs. These ESCs don't seem to be super popular, so they are moving over to the hobby wing. So if your kit includes an ESC, it's not a hobby wing, then most likely it's a kit from the old stock, because it does seem like they're going to be including hobby wing ESCs from now on. The decal sheet, I love the white and blue color scheme going on there. And the instruction manual. And flipping through the instruction manual, like any other Tamiya kit, it seems like it's a pretty straightforward build. If you build enough Tamiya kits, a lot of this is like repeats, like the way the shocks go together, the way their diffs go together. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this thing together. My main obstacle, honestly, is figuring out a way to paint in the winter in my apartment, because I don't have a garage I can go back out to paint. Obviously, I can't paint outside, even if it was the summer. I can't really paint outside in an apartment complex. So I have to figure out some way to paint inside my apartment without making a mess and without getting myself high. So once I figure that out, I will get this thing painted up and built up and everything. But yeah, really looking forward to this build. I have like I said, I did very limited research on this vehicle. The one weakness that seems to plague this chassis, the whole family of this chassis, is apparently the A5 like front suspension bulkhead part. I don't know if I can find it in here. But I don't know if I can find it in here. Yeah, this part right here. That part right there. Apparently, as you're assembling it, it tends to crack. And then if you drive it, it tends to crack. If you breathe on it too hard, apparently, it tends to crack. So, I did order a aluminum upgrade part just for that part. So, I'm going to be probably putting that part on. Once that comes in, so whenever that happens, that's gonna go on. But that's basically the only plans I have for it. I'm really not gonna do any upgrades to it. I'm just gonna run whatever motor it came with. I'm going to run the ESC that it came with. I'm not gonna do any upgrades. I'm not gonna do really anything to it other than that A5 part upgrade. And I'm just gonna enjoy it as it is. If it breaks down, I'll probably end up just selling it, getting rid of it. It's not really a buggy that I have any real sentimental value attached to. I just thought it looked pretty neat, and I just wanted to try it out. So that's basically the story for this one. I do have a lot of other buggies and cars that I want to show you guys. I just been really busy again recently with real life stuff, so I haven't been able to get a lot of videos out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little unboxing video and just me chatting about my new Terra Scorcher. Hopefully the lighting wasn't too terrible. Hopefully there wasn't too many shadows. I guess drink every time I said hopefully in this video, because I did say hopefully a lot. Yep. Anyway, that's it for this. I'll see you guys in the next video.